Hey, Mike D here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are going to review Wonder Woman 84 from McFarlane Toys. I found her at Target. She was back in the electronics with the NECA figures and the movie stuff, so she's not mixed in with the regular McFarlane stuff in the toy aisle. Now, normally, I do like to support my local comic shops when I get stuff like this, but there she was. What are you going to do? All right. Now, for me, the first thing I noticed when I saw this in the store was just how immediately striking it is. You've got that rich metallic red that really pops alongside that yellowish gold. It's very, very nice. The head sculpt comes across as very professional on the first appearance as well. It just looks like a very nice figure. The box, of course, underlines all this with its simplicity and its elegance, which I've pointed out before. Looks more like a collector's item than a toy you might find in the toy aisle. You can see it does a great job of the matte tones with the gloss lettering. Classes it up a little bit. On the back, you've got your standard fare. You got your picture from the movie that this is based after. Some of the other figures down on the bottom there that are also in the line. Again, keeps it pretty simple on the back. And you can see that she comes with the two lassos, golden lassos. One is for her waist, obviously, down there by the belt, and the other's stretched out, kind of an action pose. Without having opened it, it looks like they're little strings, little ribbons almost. We'll see how that works out when we get her open. Now, I left my personal wand down on Repair in Diagon Alley, but I did get this little guy on loan from Hogwarts, and that should do the trick. Let's find out. Emancipare. Almost. At least she did not explode. You can see the inset of the box there has a nice little montage of DC images throughout the years. You get your Wonder Woman movie collector's card and a stand. I'm always happy to see the stand. You got the DC embossment on there. She might not need it. We'll find out. If she doesn't use it, I'm going to use it for somebody. I love having extra stands. All right, so let's try this one more time. Emancipare! Okay, whew, that worked. Well, it's a rental one. What can I say? Clearly just as striking outside of the box. This is very specifically a figure based off of Gal Gadot, even more specifically from Wonder Woman 1984, the movie, which is not out yet. And that's what we're going to be basing this review off of. Just from the outset, the figure just screams quality. From the paint apps to the quality of the plastic, all the joints are tight. You know, the head sculpt looks phenomenal. Wow. You can see the paint in the eyes, on the lips, and the blush on the cheeks. Just stellar. Hair might be a touch on the light side for my tastes. I don't know, is it though? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. It looks a little bit light on the outset. Regardless, just an amazing, amazing likeness of this character. The box touts her 22 points of articulation. Really, she's got all the standard articulation I'm looking for. She's got her head on a ball joint, of course. She's got your standard double jointed elbows and knees. She's got your bicep on a swivel. It's hard to see from this angle. She's got your double jointed shoulder joint there, which allows her to pull her arms back in all sorts of cool poses. Her feet, her ankles, very stable. She's got these ball socket ankles, which are very strong. Holds her weight very well. She has your ball socket rib cage here. She has a standard waist swivel, which you can't really see because it's masked by this three-dimensional battle skirt thing she's got going on. And I don't know, A+ on the articulation for sure. Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. That's badass. As it turns out, the lassos actually are like a little cord, but they put a crap ton of paint on it, which is an interesting approach. You can see it will hold its poses. It's stiff, but it's also bendy at the same time. There's not like a piece of plastic or rubber in it or anything. It's literally just a heavily painted string. We'll see how that holds up over time, but it looks great for now. And she also has her little one here that you can put on her waist. She has a little hook over here, and you can just dangle it from there if you like. As you can see, the detail continues around to the back of the figure. They didn't get lazy on that. Fantastic hair sculpt. Again, with just this marvelous metallic red. Oh, I love it. Really pops. Now, this is a review, so let's get to a couple of nitpicks. She has some slender arms, which is not the nitpick. It's the Gal Gadot version, so, you know, she's not going to be all big and muscly. However, That means these little ball joints here in the wrist, although they have great movement with the little seam in the middle, doesn't really look all that good. It just looks like there's something between her wrist and her hand. I don't know if there's a better way to go about hiding that if you're going to go with that route, but it does look a little wonky. Also, her thighs, I'm not being pervy here or anything, but her thighs are very lacking with any kind of muscle tone or really anything. They just kind of look like tubes once I kind of started paying attention to it. Now I understand it's the Gal Gadot version, so she's not going to be all cut. I mean, there's really like just nothing there. Just kind of, I don't know. Look, though, it doesn't really affect it. It looks great. Just kind of when you pay attention, it looks kind of tubular. It's kind of weird. Here she is alongside Rogue, one of the beloved X-Men, and you can see how much bigger Wonder Woman is. Rogue is of the classic Marvel Legends 6-inch size, which has been the standard for decades. The vast majority of figures you're going to find in the store that size. Wonder Woman is the 7-inch scale, same size as DC Direct, Marvel Select from the comic shops, as well as the higher-end NECA figures. And you can see what a difference that makes. And by the way, these figures are the same price. Yeah. Now, to be fair, Rogue does come with a piece to build another figure with your classic Build-A-Figure, but I don't know, that's a pretty vast difference. Here she is alongside another 6-inch figure from Marvel Legends, the Invisible Woman. Sue, if you would please. Thank you very much. Again, you can see the size difference. Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel Legends. I don't really have much bad to say, but you can definitely see there's a difference here in the scale. You can see that she has a thigh cut here over on this side, whereas Wonder Woman does not, a visible seam. However, she does have inner ball hip articulation. There's like a socket inside a socket, so you can rotate it and get her in some poses that the same seam will get you, but you just don't see it cut off in the middle of the leg, which is nice. Here she is chilling in Gotham with the boys, also from the Todd McFarlane recent line. You can see she does suffer a little bit of neck articulation, head articulation from the hair. She can't quite lift her chin up as much as you might like her to in that pose, but you know, it is what it is. You can see, much like Nightwing down here, she also does have the long-lost toe articulation. Nice touch. And last but not least, Wonder Woman. Yeah, we needed to compare with some other ones. You can see where I mentioned earlier that this is very much Gal Gadot movie Wonder Woman figure, and that could not be more obvious when you compare it next to some comic book style figures. Particularly here on the left, you can see the exaggerations and the proportions, much more comic booky. She looks more like a real person, for better or worse. You know, her thighs look a little thinner. She looks a little more delicate overall. This figure over here, it took me about 10 minutes to get her to stand up. I expect her to fall over any time now, to be honest. The figure in the middle, Todd McFarlane Studios, very, very strong angles, very, very well supported on its weight. And you can see she's got a great natural skin color as well. This figure looks mildly jaundiced, and this one is bright pink for some reason. I don't know. I hate this figure. I hate its stupid face. I took its knees to even make another figure. I don't know. Anyway, let's focus on this one, shall we? And there we have it. Last thing to do is her final grade. Let's see what she earned. Envelope, please. Thank you very much. Wonder Woman's final grade is an A. Yay! Well deserved. It's really a great figure. Just an excellent sculpt and likeness of the character. Modern articulation with tight joints. She supports her weight very well. Really high quality plastic too. It just feels like a higher end NECA style figure, but yet with still some Marvel Legends sensibilities. It's really excellent value at $20. Cons: her wrists, her ankles look a little weird. That's up to you how much that bugs you. And at a 7-inch scale for $20, it is an excellent value, but at a 6-inch scale, she maybe could have had some extra hands and extra head, but that's more of a commentary, I think, on the whole line as opposed to this figure in particular. As far as a Gal Gadot movie Wonder Woman figure for $20 at retail, I don't know what else you can want. It's pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe and all that, you know the drill. And won't you please check out the Geeks in Here to the Earth podcast. You can find that on Spotify, iTunes, through Outlander Media Network. I'd appreciate it. I don't know. We've got so many more figures to unbox, so much stuff. So hope you had fun and come back around. We'll do this again. See you soon.